Now we are going to talk about the next song, the very best.
It's embarrassing to admit it. I'm a raging egomaniac, and if I'm being honest, don't wanna be like the rest. Wanna be the best.
So at the core of this song, we've got two synths. We've got this bell synth, and then we have this plucky synth. I just like the way they sounded together. I thought they complemented each other well. The plucky synth brings a little pluck. It adds a little texture, I feel, where the bell synth adds this sort of like softness and this ethereal quality. And together I think they work better than they do on their own. We've got the drums in the intro also that are a little bit more drawn back so that they really pack a punch when the first verse comes in. And we've got the lead, and that's basically it. And this is where the drums come in big and where the bass comes in.
Oh, the horror of acknowledging I'm not innocent, my pride is showing. I'm desperate to impress and yet ashamed to confess. I wanna be the
So the bass, it's a synth bass. I wanted like a deep sub bass type sound, so this is what we got. And then right before the instrumental chorus kicks in, we have the background vocals doing their little ethereal thing. So here we just heard the instrumental chorus, which starts out with this little synth up moment. And then we have the background vocals that come through that I've also panned left to right, about 5 of them. They add a little ethereal texture. The bass is doing its own little groove there because it has a little bit more personality in the chorus since there's no lead vocal. Moving on to the next verse, but first I must check on my spaghetti. I'm really hungry. It's not ready. Let's keep going. We've got verse 2. What did we do in verse 2?
All my life I've tried to be special, to be worthy of your affection. It was my deepest of needs, it was my ultimate dream, just to be seen.
So the only thing that's new right off the bat from verse 2 is this little trumpet element here that comes in at the beginning of the verse. Here's how it sounds with a few more elements. And then at this point, we're about like midway through the verse, I include a new little element, and it's the synth flute, and this is what it's doing. I kind of like rhythmically what it's doing, and the fact that it's going down that octave, and I don't know, there's something about the rhythm of it is incredibly satisfying to me. It's always nice to sprinkle in new little elements periodically throughout a song to keep people interested, you know, to keep the spark alive, you could say. Let's do like the flute and the trumpet together. And here's with a few more elements. Let's listen to it all together. Oh, actually, there's one thing I forgot to mention, which is at some point I had considered adding these backup vocals. I forget what this even sounds like, but I do recall that I had considered doing this. So let's see if we regret not doing it.
All my life I've tried to be special, to be worthy of your affection.
So obviously with my love of reverb, I would have verbed this up a bit more in the mix, but that was an idea that I played around with. I decided that it didn't add anything particularly interesting, so I did not keep it. But I believe the backup vocal that I did keep was just this one.
Just to be seen.
And really it's just like 4 backup vocals panned left to right that are singing the same melodic line as the lead, just to give it a little more oomph in that section. That's it really. Oh no, I fixed it. I think we can move on to the bridge. But wait, I need to check on my spaghetti again. Hopefully it's ready this time. Give me the food, give me the spaghetti. I have spaghetti. So now we are going to tackle the bridge. So obviously the bridge lyrically, I mean, this is like a very intimate part of the song. It's the part of the song where I have an introspective moment and I ask myself, why is it that I crave approval so much? Why do I crave attention? And I sort of trace it back, you know, to the OG reason why I have this need. And it's the beginning of letting that go. So it's an intimate moment, and because of that, there's less going on in the production. If memory serves, it's really basically just the lead vocal and I think maybe just a synth pad.
But on those long dark nights when I feel so unremarkable, I find solace in remembering the emptiness I came from. It doesn't care.
Yeah, that's it. So it's just synth, lead vocals, this little synth pad. And then we have the background vocals coming in.
It doesn't care.
Yeah, and so then here at the end, we've got the chorus that comes back in, and this time with all of the elements. So there's the little low synth pad here that came in during the bridge and that now is staying with us through to the end of the song, just to add a little more, I don't know, quiet majesty to the vibe. We got the synth up. The drums, of course. We got the bass, got the synth flute and the synth trumpet, the main synth, background vocals, lead vocals, and that's it.
I came from, it doesn't care.
I gotta do one more. I added a little ad-lib moment at the end here because, I mean, I just recorded this at the end of one of my takes. I decided to keep it because basically this was like, when I record vocals, I'm gonna show you some examples. I tend to record like a gazillion takes. there's like 18 takes for this one little like bit of the chorus. Maybe that's not a lot for some people, I don't know. For me, I feel like sometimes I've been known to do like 35 takes for one micro section. So that's, you know, it's really fun to work with me, you can imagine. And yeah, I just thought that it was kind of funny that this song is like supposed to be about me letting go of my like egoic attachment to perfection, to my perfectionism. And here I am just telling myself to like do one more take, just one more, we'll get it perfect. Like let's just do one more take. And the little frustration of like, ugh, we gotta do one more. I just know it's not perfect enough. We gotta do it again. And it's annoying, but I can't help myself. I feel like it like matches the theme and the vibe of the song. This little like hypocritical moment. Like this is a whole song about me letting go of my perfectionism, but then this little ad-lib at the end almost suggests that maybe I'm not quite ready to do that. And I think that's like so messy in such a human way and very representative of the human condition. And so, you know, it's a tiny little ad-lib, but it has a lot of meaning to me. And so I kept it in there. I'm gonna listen to it again.
The emptiness I came from, it doesn't care.
I gotta do one more. And that, my friends, is the very best. Overall, pretty simple song. It's like the most ballady song of the whole EP. The only thing that maybe I'd want to show you is the drums, because again, initially I had come up with this little like drum mishmash that I made with some drum loops.
It's embarrassing to admit it, I'm a raging egomaniac.
Same with like the bridge here where I wanted it to be quiet and then I wanted it to sort of like come back in a very subtle way.
It doesn't care.
This is what I had sent the drummer, and then he sent me this wonderful performance.
It's embarrassing to admit it.
So yeah, that's it, friends. That was the very best. And now I'm going to finish my pasta